knees to separate. Have your big toes touching behind you. And then just sliding your body down. And we're just opening up the hips a little here. Maybe you take your forehead down. Maybe you're able to take your chin down to the floor. And just take a couple of deep breaths there. Maybe going a little bit wider, a little bit deeper. And then bring the hands back up, okay? And then just draw the knees up underneath you. And then let's start to draw your body nice and slowly up and along the ground. Rolling down your shoulders, lifting up with your chin. Let's just draw up into a little cat stretch. Round up through the shoulders, up through the back. And then taking your head and your tailbone away. And sitting all the way back down onto your heels. And again, let's draw the body to pull up and through. Elbows in, shoulders are down. Drawing up into a little cat stretch. Let's round up through the shoulders and the back. And then taking the head and the tailbone away. And sitting all of the way back down onto your heels. And again, let's bring the body to pull up and through. And then this time, let's curl the toes. Sending your hips back. Taking your head down, looking up towards your belly. And then drawing forwards into a strong plank. Bending your knees. Let's sit all of the way back down onto your heels. And again, bring the body through, lift. Elbows in, shoulders are down. Curling the toes. Sending the hips back and taking the head down through your arms. Draw forwards into a plank, gazing slightly ahead of your fingers. Bending your knees and sitting all of the way back down onto your heels. And again, bring the body up and through. Curling the toes, coming off into that nice long extended down dog. Draw forwards into a plank, looking ahead, bending your knees and sitting all of the way back. Couple more times, bring the body to pull up and through, curling the toes, head down, bottom drawing up. Draw forwards into a plank, and then bending your knees, sitting all of the way back. One more time, bring the body through, curling the toes, and then this time we'll stay here in the down dog. Walking your feet from one to the other. Just drawing down one side of your body and then the other. Just noticing how your body feels today. Noticing how the hamstrings are and the lower back is today. Spreading your fingers nice and wide to the floor. Have a good base. Coming up through the spread of your fingers, up through your wrists to your shoulders. Knee, turning to the right, raising your right arm up. And just again, notice how that is. If it's enough to stay here, then that's okay. If you would like to go a little bit deeper, turn open your front foot, go to the edge of your back foot, and then we're opening out the shoulder, opening out with your chest. And then bringing it all of the way back down, letting your knee down upon the floor. body, raising both of your arms, relaxing your shoulders, hands coming together. If you can, taking your right hand back behind the left. And then letting your arms all of the way back down. Coming back onto that back knee, drawing back your toes, and just again a little bit of a shift backwards through the tailbone. Okay, and again, see how that feels. You could try maybe curling the toes and allowing your body to sit back a little bit deeper. If you need to bend your knee, if that feels tight behind the knee, then just take a little bend to the knee. Onto your knees, and let's bring the arms all the way up and above your head. Squeeze your head a little bit. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, activating your waist, and take a nice long stretch all the way up and over. Breathing in, coming back up. Again, breathing out, activate your waist. Take that nice long stretch through your lats, into your oblique muscles, lower back and hip flexors. And coming all of the way back up, letting your arms back down again. Let's step forwards with the left foot. And just take down the left hand to the outside of your foot. Bring your right arm up and over, looking up towards your hand. And just taking that stretch into the right side of your body. Bring the hand all the way back down to the floor. Curl the toes and lift up the back knee. Opening to the left, looking up towards your left hand. And maybe again from here, if you want to go a little bit deeper, turn over your front foot, go to the edge of your back foot. Just open the chest back a little bit more. And coming all of the way back round, knee back down upon the floor for me. Rolling back the shoulders, hips drawing forwards, letting your arms draw up towards the ceiling. Okay, just relaxing into the stretch. Maybe taking your left hand behind your right, drawing back a little. And then letting your arms all of the way back down again. Moving back onto that back knee, drawing back your toes, shifting through the tailbone a little, maybe curling the toes and sitting back a little bit deeper. And relax. Okay, let's come around onto your back for me. I'm going to be working with a soft ball, okay, but it will be optional. So those of you who've got one, wonderful, we can use it. Okay, if you haven't, don't worry, I'm going to work around it anyway, all right? You're really useful, okay? If you haven't used it before, they're a really useful little thing to work with. So coming down onto your back, first of all, if you could reach down and take hold of your heels, just about with your fingertips. Have your feet parallel, so try not to turn your feet open, okay, but have them coming straight ahead. And if we could just work the lower back down in towards the floor to a soft imprint. And then let your back lift up and draw away from the floor. So again, let's take the lower back down into an imprint. Release away and then just settle to neutral. Bring the shoulders to pull up and around by your ears. And then roll the shoulders down. Again, draw the shoulders up, roll the shoulders down, and then walk the shoulders down, down, and down, and down. Wriggle the neck a little bit further out from the shoulders. Okay, now it's coming into your deeper breath work. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And then as you breathe out through your mouth, blowing the breath out with a little energy. Okay, so as you breathe in, let's start to feel the ribs widening, opening to the side and to the back of the body. And as you breathe out through your mouth, blowing the breath out with a little energy, and at that point where you breathe out, drawing the navel back to the spine, connecting up into the transverse abdominis muscle, so you start to feel your waist, maybe drawing a little bit tighter. So again, as you breathe in, lateral thoracic breath work, and then as you breathe out, as if you were blowing out a candle, and then drawing up from the pelvic floor, drawing the navel back to the spine, you're getting that connection of drawing inwards and pulling upwards. Okay. So I'm going to start us off today with our shoulder bridge. So taking a breath in to prepare, and as you breathe out, working your lower back upon the floor, peeling the back away from the ground until you come up onto your shoulders. Breathing in at the top, and then breathing out as you lower your back down, vertebrae by vertebrae, imprinting and drawing back to neutral. Again, breathing in, the ribs are widening, and as you breathe out, carefully tilting the tailbone, drawing the hips up and away from the floor, trying not to clench the buttocks. Breathing in, and then breathing out to slowly lower and trying to work through each vertebrae one after the other. Breathing in to prepare, and as you breathe out, draw the navel back to the spine, gently ripple up and away from the ground. Breathing in, and breathing out as you lower all of the way back down. Now those of you who have a ball, okay, I'm going to offer up that you place both of your feet upon it. Okay, still just about be able to reach your heels, okay? Don't have the feet too far away. We take a breath in to prepare, and then as you breathe out, we're going to lift up onto your shoulders, breathing in, and then breathing out as you lower. Now the difference it's going to make being on the ball is that you're destabilizing your body. Okay, and as you come up, you will have to use your hamstrings and your glutes a little bit more. Alright? It's almost impossible to get off the floor without it now. Breathing in, and then breathing out as you lower. But like I say, what we're looking on here is not losing that the main point of what we're doing here, which is that rippling action and that core usage when we lift our hips into the air. Breathing in, and breathing out, engaging with your core, lowering your back down nice and slowly. Okay, breathing in. As you breathe out, you're rippling up through the back, coming up onto your shoulders. Breathing in, and then breathing out to slowly lower your back down, vertebrae by vertebrae. One more time, breathing in, and as you breathe out, navel back to the spine, lifting up onto your shoulders. Breathing in at the top, and breathing out to lower all of the way back down. Now, if we can stretch the legs all the way out and away from you. If you have a ball, keep your feet upon the ball with your legs extended. Next, we're raising one leg up towards the ceiling, breathing in. As you lower the leg back down, breathing out. Changing to the other leg, breathing in as you bring the leg up. And breathing out, engaging with the core as you lower the leg back down. Now just be sensitive as to whether your hamstrings are a little bit tight. If they are, soften the knee as the leg comes higher. Breathing in as you bring the leg up. Breathing out, engaging with the core as you lower the leg down. Now you could stay with this today, or I'm going to leave my left foot on the ball and take my left leg up. Now you can do this without a ball too, and I'm just drawing the toe in on the ball, but you can slide your foot along the ground. And then as you take your legs downwards, you're breathing out and pressing away. Breathing in as you draw up, and as you take the body, breathe out and engaging the core and pressing downwards. Again, breathing in, drawing up. Breathing out, engaging the core as you press away. Breathing in to draw up. Breathing out, engaging with the core as you press away. One more time on that leg. Breathing in. Breathing out as you lower. And then swapping to the other leg. Breathing in as you raise the leg up and you're towing the ball in, or you're just bringing the knee in. And breathing out to lower and pressing away. Breathing in as you bring the legs up, you're bending that knee. Breathing out and pressing down as engaging with your core. Good. And again, nice strong connection, ribs widening. As you take the leg down, navel back to the spine. Two more. Breathing in, bring the leg up. Breathing out to press the leg away. One more time, breathing in. And breathing out to extend and down. Alright, now I'm going to work the 100 in here today. So, working into your stamina and our strength, I'm going to offer up that we place the ball between the knees. Alright, but again, you can still do this position even if you're not using the ball today. So we're looking at maybe a bent knee position. We'd like to keep a neutral back. So we'd like that gap between the lower back and the floor. You could be extending your legs out a little bit straighter if your hamstrings are happy with that. With the head, neck and shoulders, either supporting your head, or if your neck is super sensitive, use a cushion behind your neck. Or we could be patting the air by our side, which is going to be a little bit harder. We're looking for 100 beats, okay, the arm. I'll take the count for you. I want you to just really focus in on your breathing and the usage of your core. So legs going away if you can. You're breathing in for about 4. And then breathe out for 6. And if you're using the ball, squeeze the ball with your knees when you breathe out. Breathing in. And as you breathe out, navel back to the spine. Again, breathing in, breathing out, belly pulling back. Good. Let's go. 25, 26, 7, 28, 29, 30. If your neck feels vulnerable, support your neck. 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 3, 44, 45, 46, 7, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 5, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 3, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 3, 74, 75, 76, 77, 8, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 5, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90 with 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Alright, gently come back down. And let's just take your right ankle upon your left thigh. Pick up both of your legs. Okay, maybe you're holding onto your hamstring. Maybe you're holding onto your left shin. And if you can, flex your foot and draw your legs in. We're just taking a little stretch into the hips. I'm going to get into work with the hips in just a moment. And let's change legs. So drawing in either your hamstring or your shin. actually just hover your bottom leg above the ground, that would do the same thing. Alright, but again, like I say, you don't have to use the ball, alright, through everything. If you find you get to a position you'd rather not use it in, that's fine. Alright, so I've got my fingers walking back a little bit so that my arm is in alignment with my ear. My hips are stacked up, okay, I'm pushing away, and I'm hardly resting on the ball. So therefore, like I say, you could do this without the ball. Breathing out as you extend the leg upwards, and then breathing in as you lower the leg down. Breathing out, engaging with your core to take the leg away, and breathing in as you lower. So we want this very definite lateral extension, okay? So when we take the leg away, it's not that we're using the front of the thigh at all, okay? We want to be lifting the leg up and extending out and away from the body towards the ceiling. So the foot and the thigh remain front facing. Breathing into lower. So as you extend the leg away, breathing out. As you lower it back down, breathing in. Breathing out, floating the leg away. And breathing in as you lower. 2 more. Breathing out to press. And breathing in to lower. 1 more. And lower. Now, bring the knees in towards you and bring the ball if you have one, and I'm going to place it behind the top knee. So again, you could do exactly the same exercise without anything there. You could remain with your head down, or you can pop your head up. Now I'm going to start with the knees coming in forwards to the body. It's going to make it a little bit easier, and I'm flexing my foot. As I bring the knee towards me, breathing in, and then as I push back, breathing out and working into the glutes as you push back. Breathing in, drawing the knee forwards. As you push back, breathe out, engaging the core so the upper body doesn't move. Breathing in, coming forwards. Breathing out, pressing and squeezing the backside a little as you go back. Breathing in and out as you press back. Okay, to make this harder, straighten out your bottom leg. So that's going to change your balance. Breathing in, breathing out, and pressing back. Again, breathing in, coming forwards, breathing out, navel back to the spine as you go back. And again, breathing in, coming forwards, breathing out, pressing as you go back. Again, breathing in, coming forwards, breathing out, press, squeeze the backside as you go back. And again, in to come forwards, out to go back, okay? And try not to use too much hand pressure, okay? Breathing out, going back. 2 more if you can. In to come forwards, engage the core as you go back. 1 more time, in and out as you go back. All right, now we're going to come up into your side bend. So I'm going to start you off on your elbow. We've got the knees drawn forwards of the body, okay? And as we lift, breathing out, lift through the oblique muscles from underneath you, stretch way beyond your ear and see if you can find the ground. And then breathing in as you lower it back down. Again, as you breathe out, lift up, and again, lifting the body up laterally, okay? And breathing in. So feel the waist kick in underneath you. Now if you're feeling a little bit stronger, okay, I'm going to come back in. You can use the ball, you don't have to, it's not going to make that much difference, okay? But what you might find if you are using the ball is you can actually reach towards the floor and touch down. Now that might just give you the incentive to lift a little higher through the waist. Alright, for those of you who just want to do that today. Alright, so you're breathing out to lift and breathing in to lower. We want to keep the hips very strong, front facing, as we lift, breathing out, breathing in as you lower. And again, as you go up, engaging the core, breathing out and stretch, reaching over, in as you lower. So you've got that powerful strength working shoulder, through the wrists. You've got a little bit more work, like I say, into the oblique muscles and that stamina, okay, to keep you going. All right, 2 more if you can. Hips drawn forwards, tailbone tucked under, reach and lower. One more time. And relax it down. All right, now in the middle, I'm going to work into the oblique roll back. Now you can use your ball behind your back if you want to, okay? You're not going to lean on it though, all right? But by all means place it there. I'm going to do it without, all right? So those of you who can see, if you haven't got a ball, you can still do exactly the same thing. The ball would just sit into the lower back. And what we were looking at is as we go back, we're tucking tailbone under and we're working with the material of the ball, or not. And then as we turn, we're looking back towards the elbow and then drawing back. If you can, keep this bottom part of your body really still. Deep breath in. As you tuck under, breathing out, twisting, looking back towards your elbow, and then breathing in, pulling your body back up. As you go back, tuck under, engage the core, breathing out, twist, look to the elbow, and then breathing in to draw you back up. Again, as you tuck under, breathing out and twist. Breathing in, drawing up nice and high. Again, tucking under, breathing out and twist. Breathing in, drawing the body back up. Again, round the spine, which would, eventually work into towards your imprint. And then breathing in as you come back up. Again, breathing out, engaging with your core and turn. Breathing in, pull back up. One more time. Breathing out, tilt. And then breathing in, sitting back on up. Okay, let's swing around. We're going to come around to the other side of your body. So if you're using the ball, you're going to place both of your feet on top, your ankles on top. Alright, again, you can do the same. You can either have your bottom leg hovering, okay, or you can just rest the leg on the floor. Head resting along your arm, lengthening through your fingertips, and then getting ready. As you breathe out, we're lifting that top leg, and breathing into lower. So really pushing away through the toes, breathing out to lift, and breathing in as you lower. Again, breathing out, press the leg away, and breathing in as you lower. And again, breathing out to extend, and in as you lower, keeping the chin lifted, breathing out to press the leg away, in as you lower. And again, breathing out to extend, and in to lower. And again, nice, good, good extension with that leg working laterally, in to lower. 2 more if you can. Breathing out, draw the waist up and away from the floor, in to lower. 1 more time, breathing out to lift, and in to lower. Okay, let's bring the ball in, and again, placing it behind the knee. You can either have your head up or your head down, depending on what's working for you at this point. We'll pop that bottom knee slightly forwards, but like I say, you can do exactly the same exercise without the ball. Knee coming forwards, breathing in, and as you push back, work through to squeeze the backside a little on the way back. Breathing in, drawing forwards. Breathing out, navel back to the spine as you press back. And again, breathing in, coming forwards. Breathing out, pressing on back. And again, in as you come forwards and out as you go back. All right, so that's the slightly easier version. Okay, if you straighten your bottom leg, you're going to find that gets a little bit harder. Breathing out, pressing back. And again, in as you come forwards, engaging your core as you push back. And again, in to come forwards, navel back to the spine as you press back. And again, in to come forwards, and out, squeeze, push back. Again, in, coming forwards, out and press, squeeze the back side on the way back. That's it. Out, push, navel back to the spine. 2 more if you can, in and out to push back. 1 more in and out to push back. All right, there. Let's come up into your side bend. So let's pull on up with the elbow underneath your shoulder. Roll open the shoulders. Okay, so your chest, you have your nose and your navel front facing all the way through with this exercise. As you lift, breathing out, lengthen it up and over. Try and find the ground if you can beyond your ear. Breathing in as you lower. And again, as you go up, breathing out. Breathing in as you lower. Again, as you go up, breathing out into lower. Now, if you'd like to go up, okay, up onto your hand, either using the ball or not. Open out with your knee. Always your hand that you're pushing into wants to line up with your foot, like you're balancing on a tightrope. Then as you lift, breathing out, lifting up, reaching up past your ear, breathing in as you lower. Okay, that's it. Again, hips drawn forwards, shoulders, chest open, breathing out to lift, into lower. All right, again, those of you doing lots of practice, this might just give you that incentive to see if you can touch the ground beyond your head. All right, it might just make you pull up a little bit stronger through your waist. All right, and if you're up for it this morning, if you're up for working a little bit harder, that might be just the incentive that you need. All right, but like I always say, everything that we're doing in Pilates and yoga, it's about nurturing your body and knowing your body. And knowing whether it's a good day to go for it, or whether it's a good day just to let it be a little bit softer. Alright? Always come back to the purpose for practice. Okay? And that's to make the body stronger. Okay? It's not to give yourself more problems. Okay? 2 more if you can. Breathing out to lift and into lower. 1 more time. Alright, pop yourself around. Now, I'm going to work into a little stretch, and I'm going to work into an active stretch. Okay, so I've got my right foot pressed up against the inside of my left leg. If you have a ball, okay, what we can do is roll the ball along the leg and come back up. Okay, so as we go forwards, we breathe out, breathe in. But you can do exactly the same thing without the ball. Alright, we just reach along the leg, breathing out and breathing in to come back up. Okay, breathing out to come forwards, breathing in to come back up. And what this does for us, okay, with active stretching, it just kind of, it fools the body into letting you go a bit further. Alright, so in your mind, you're just going along, you're coming in and out of the stretch. But what you should find is that as you keep repeating it, your body starts to just let go. Alright, especially when you're using the breath. Alright, so as you reach it out, you're breathing out, stretching away, breathing in to come back up. And again, breathing out, stretch it away. The last one. Change the other leg. Alright, so as we come forwards, breathing out, press it away. Breathing in to draw back, alright? And if you're not using the ball, same thing here. You know, almost that balletic kind of lengthening away, breathing out. And breathing in as you draw back in. Now, I'm pointing my toes on this one. Okay, becomes a little bit more contracted, and therefore the knee will lift a little bit higher off the ground. It doesn't matter, okay? It doesn't matter which one you do, all right? Just choose. Choose one for today. Breathing in. Tomorrow, when you do this stretch, you could do it differently. Okay? Breathing out, breathing in. All right, last one. Okay, all right. Now I'm going to come up into plank. And I'm going to offer up that we put, if you want to, the ball between your ankles. And again, for those of you who want to work in a slightly different way, every time you breathe out, squeeze the ball a little with your ankles. Okay, it's up there, but you don't have to. You can also do this position from your knees. All right, forearms, draw the elbows down a little bit. Don't try and have your elbows too far forwards of your body. And try and think about squeezing your armpit a little bit, just to draw down your shoulder blades into your back. Try and keep your hips in a straight line. I know this is so difficult. You may be able to see yourself in just a little tiny box, all right? In which case, track it, see what's going on. But pulling up a little bit. If your lower back sinks, you're not doing yourself the best service. Alright, so we're working really hard and we want to get the best out of this position, okay? Leg line straight if you've got your legs straight, okay? Really use your quads, really use your calf muscles. Alright, so working it back, forearms to the floor for everybody, unless you've got shoulder issues, which maybe come up onto your hands for a bit. And then as we take the legs away, pushing out, squeezing and looking slightly ahead. Setting up your breath pattern, breathing in, and as you breathe out, navel back to the spine. And again, breathing in, and as you breathe out, belly pulling back. And again, deep breath in and out, navel back to the spine. Breathing in, breathing out for 4. In, out 5. In, out 6, in, out 7, in, out 8, in, out 9, in, out 10, in, out 11, in, out 12, in, out 13, in, out 14, in, out 15. In, out 16, in, out 17, in, out 18, in, out 19, in, out 20, in, out 21, in, out 22, in, out 23, and in, out 24. And gently lower it down. Alright, if you have the ball there, you can keep it there because I'm going to work into the glutes next. Okay, we're just going to bring the hands down. In a moment, we're just going to pop the forehead down towards the floor. Alright, just take a breather for a minute while I talk you through the next bit. I'm going to flex my heels in towards me. Okay, I've still got my ball. Alright, if you're not using one, it doesn't matter. Okay, then as I take my legs away, I'm going to point the toes. Squeeze the backside tight, either straighten the legs and leave it as, or straighten the legs and lift up. Okay, so you decide how hard you want to work today. So if you can, drop your forehead down. As you draw your heels in, breathing in. As you take the legs away, breathing out, point your toes. Try and see if you can draw your belly away from the floor as you lift. Again, as you draw your heels in towards you, breathing in. As you take your legs away from you, breathing out, squeeze the backside and see if you can lift the legs. And again, breathing in, heels coming towards you. Breathing out, point your toes, squeeze the backside, lifting your legs up. And again, breathing in, flexing out your heels towards you. Breathing out, point your toes. toes, squeeze the backside and lifting the legs. And again, breathing in, heels towards you. Breathing out, point your toes, squeeze the backside and lifting your legs. Again, breathing in, heels coming in. Breathing out, point your toes, squeeze the backside and lifting the legs. Good. And again, breathing in, heels coming in. Breathing out, point your toes, squeeze the backside and lift. Two more there if you can. Heels coming in, point your toes, belly pulls back and lift the legs up. One more time, breathing in, navel back to the spine, pull up into your core and lift the legs up. Alright, now I'm just going to bring my arms down by my side. I'm going to come into breaststroke. So this time turn your feet in and just try and relax your shoulders completely down upon the floor. Now with this position, as we breathe in, we want to peel back the shoulders and really activate the upper part of your back. As you breathe out, draw the navel back to the spine so that as you lift, you're not just lifting from your back, you're lifting from your core. Breathing in to stay, and then breathing out as you lower, shoulders coming to the floor. Breathing in as you peel back those shoulders. Breathing out to draw the navel back to the spine as you lift and hover. Breathing in to stay, and then breathing out as you lower, shoulders gently coming to the floor. Breathing in to peel back those shoulders. Breathing out, belly pulls away from the ground as you lift. Breathing in to stay, and then breathing out, lowering shoulders coming back down to the floor. Again, breathing in, shoulders rolling back. Breathing out, navel back to the spine to lift. Breathing in to stay. And then breathing out as you lower, shoulders all of the way back down. One more time. Breathing in, shoulders back. Breathing out, engaging the core to lift. Breathing in to stay. And then breathing out to lower. Okay, now either taking one heel or both heels in towards you. Now if you prefer to take this stretch from your side, by all means pop yourself over onto your side and take it from that position instead. Tilt the pelvis forwards, squeeze the backside, and maybe you lift a knee, maybe both come off. Alright, just see where you can get to today. Down and changing to the other leg. If you're doing one leg, swap legs now. If you're coming up again, drawing up through with your chest maybe, and opening up a little bit higher. And then releasing all of the way back down. Coming up onto your hands and knees for me, and we're just going to come into thread the needle stretch. So if we could take our right shoulder and draw your right arm underneath you, laying your right ear down towards the ground, and with your left hand either leave it in front of your face or stretch it above you or draw it back behind you. Just see where you want to get it to today. And then release. Drawing the body back on up. Let's go to the other side. Arm coming underneath. So lowering your ear down towards the floor. With your right hand, either leave it in front, okay? Take it above you or take it back behind you. Again, whatever feels good. bring yourself back on up. And I'm going to bring us back around onto our backs. So if you have a ball, I'm going to place the ball underneath your sacrum, okay? Again, please don't worry, we can do exactly the same exercise without. I'm going to work into the heel dig. So the ball would go, like I say, beneath the sacrum, which is again going to act as a destabilisation tactic with this exercise. I'm going to take both of the feet up and then just flexing out with your feet. Now this time, as I take my leg downwards, I've got a short lever and I want to be very careful to press the heel down using the core, using the hip flexor, and then breathing in to come back up and change. So as I dig the heel down, breathing out, little resistance, and then breathing in as you come back up, okay? Breathing out, digging the heel downwards towards the floor, breathing in. And again, very deliberate effort, okay? So the leg is going down, like I say, towards the floor, all right? It's not going away from us. It wants to be that we're pressing down, creating a little resistance from ourselves. So you're breathing out to dig down, breathing in to lift. Breathing out, dig down, breathing in to lift. And again, breathing out, press the heel away, breathing in back on up. And again, press the heel down, breathing in back up. 2 more, breathing out to dig, breathing in, draw up. 1 more. Okay, and then carefully place your feet back down. Take the ball away and just bring your tiptoes to the floor. Take your palms out and along the floor for me, and then just very gently let your knees rock to one side and then rock to the other side. Alright, now again we're going to start off nice and slowly here. My toes are attached to the floor. Breathing out and breathing in as you come back up. Breathing out in to come back up. Now this might be enough. Okay, I want you to keep your shoulder blades attached to the floor, which should be perfectly possible with your toes on the ground. When we take the feet up again and we take the knees over, it becomes a little bit harder. So I need you to be aware that you're going with your back strength and your oblique strength and your core strength. So when you take your knees over, you're breathing out, using your core, breathing in as you come back up. So really again, take your time. We've got a little bit of rotational work here, this time coming from the lower end of your body. We often rotate with the upper body. Okay, so this makes it a little bit different. It means that we get a little bit more stretch, I hope you can find, into the lower back in a good way. But it's about just going as far as you can, trying to keep the knees together. Now the point of taking the knees together is that it's going to keep the position steady through the pelvis. Okay, so if the knees come apart, if one knee was to sort of drop down, you'd really be putting a little bit more pressure on the pelvis, okay? So keeping the knees pulled up together also makes your inner thigh muscles work a bit harder. Breathing in. And if you find it really hard to do, just slipping maybe a sock, or something between your knees, all right? Give yourself a focus to keep the knees together. Okay, now you can stick with this. Have a look at the next bit, see if you want to do it. I'm going to let the knees come all the way down to the floor. Alright, now once you get there, you may have to reposition your shoulders to get both of them back on the floor. And this might be enough, okay? Or you can straighten your top leg and take hold of it. And then look over in the opposite direction. onto the floor. Either leave it with the knees together or straighten the top leg. See if you can maybe find it, and then turn your gaze over and across into the opposite direction. Gently bring it back round, feet coming down to the ground. Help yourself up and across and then back up to seated. And I'm going to finish off today with your roll back. Okay, so again, we should find we've done a lot of mobility work on the back. This is hopefully a lovely smooth movement for you. Okay, so you can take a band around the bottom of your feet if you prefer. Okay, or you can just leave your hands on your thighs. Rolling away with the shoulders. Take a deep breath in. And now as you breathe out, take control of carefully rolling your body backwards. Now you could stop at halfway, or you could totally imprint your lower back and take it to the ground. Breathing in, and then slowly breathing out, drawing up, and coming up to that tall seated position. Breathing in, ribs widen. Breathing out. And like I say, because of where I put this position in, it may feel different, okay? But also, we do have to bear in mind that we've just done 50 minutes or so of abdominal work, okay? So you may be a little more tired, all right? But yeah, it's like, it's just noticing when we do things in a different order, okay, what feels different, what you can feel that you've already worked, okay, or what just feels looser. Those of you who want to work a little bit stronger, put one hand on your shoulder, and then as you go down, it's going to be a little bit harder. Breathing in and out, all the way back up. Coming up nice and tall, swapping it over, breathing in, and as you go back, breathing out. Breathing in and out, all the way back up. We've got two more, that's it, take your time, breathe in, breathing out. Last one, coming up, breathe in and out. If you've had enough, just rest. You don't have to do all of them. Breathing in and out, all of the way up. Alright, okay, if we bend up the right knee, take the right leg over your left leg, and you can either keep your left leg straight, okay, or if you feel okay with it, tuck it up to the side of you. Bring across your left arm towards your right knee. Draw your body up nice and tall. And then looking up over your right shoulder. Maybe going to half prayer. If you can find your fingers. Feels good too. Both buttocks sat down. Drawing your right arm in, hug it in, look over your shoulder. Always nice tall spine, long neck. If you can go a little bit further, elbow. If you want to bind, go underneath the knee and find the fingers behind you. and gently release. Alright, coming around to cross-legged position, okay, or any other position of your choice. I'm going to clasp up the fingers behind the back, roll open the shoulders, just gently drawing your head down, looking through the center point of your body. And then tucking your head across, looking down into the corner of your body. Then bring it to the middle and across and over to the other side. Of your body, tucking your head in. As you breathe in, raising both of your arms. As you breathe out, let's open through the chest and squeeze the shoulder blades together. Let's let the arms come forwards, head tucking in. Breathing in to come all of the way up. Breathing out, opening with your chest, squeeze the shoulder blades together. And one more time. Tucking the head in, breathing in to draw all of the way up, breathing out, letting your arms back, letting the shoulders go. Alright, you're all finished for this morning, well done.